get ready, yo. Shower moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
Ha 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 ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. Well, and anyway, gotta pay a little more if we late to the jet. Got a jet cause the boat leave at 8 and we got some fur on that upper deck in the orchestra. Gon' play a score for every Ablo project. You ain't scared to change cause it's ain't coming out your pockets. My fruity and slip. I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so appalled. All y'all girl, let it put so much into tonight. And you just don't care. Now stop playing games. Gun, bring your downstairs. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Tonight, just don't care. Playing games, gun, bring your downstairs.
I left something in the house.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run past. And they have over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
This is Sony Michel. They grew up a few miles north of here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
first down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They want it first. They need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Tannehill. This will be complete to Mechie. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success. There he goes, left side, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
To To throw again on second down. Tannehill. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Tannehill. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
178 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Dolphins at 8-2 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Let's go. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And that is incomplete here.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they can catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity just went right there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now Hill to return it. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when the Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. On first down, it's Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top. You become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play. And that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Boy, 192 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From midfield, here's Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Tua now on first down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there at 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Chigakakwo, a 12-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to even 20. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Well, come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. This is caught. It's Cooks. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw.
That's complete to Pierce. They'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce,
43 up.
And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14.
Next to score, Dolphins 27, Texans 14. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that gets him back within 10. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. Do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Third and long, it's Tannehill. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Man, 206 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tua now on first down. On the out route, he's got Mostert. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. Nifty move, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Tua to throw again. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Pierce. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Will we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen.
And he loses the football a second time. Well, I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard
first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Tua to throw. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Here's Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Man, 216 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
34-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. and they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Dolphins, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes.